class! So today we are going to be talking about an extremely important topic that is going to help you so much in your research projects that you are currently doing, and that topic is something called fact-checking. I am sure many of you have heard of this, but I am just going to quickly cover what this is and why it is so critical when gathering information. So first, I want you all to pretend that you are an investigator and the success of your research project depends on how well you conduct your research. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what fact-checking is. Fact-checking is very simple. All it is just simply vetting your sources before claiming it as true. Fact-checking is so important for several reasons, and I'm going to go over some of those right now. The first one is that it leads to more accurate research. You're not going to write a successful paper if you don't have credible sources in your paper. The second thing, you and your reader, so not just you, the person doing the research, but the reader, the person who's reading your article, who's grading your paper, peers who are learning more about what you're writing about, they are also going to be educated on factual events and knowledge. This goes back to statement number 1. If you're not providing factual sources and evidence in your research article, you're not only going to mislead yourself, but you're going to mislead every single person who's reading your article and expecting it to be true. The third thing is that it allows you, the researcher, to dig deep. You are going to learn so much if you find the correct sources, and you may learn something that another source actually proved wrong. And lastly, this all leads us to our big, huge point that I asked you to pretend that you were an investigator. An investigator cannot solve their case without factual information. And just like an investigator, you are not going to be able to write a successful paper if you are not using correct factual sources. So moving on to the actual source finding itself, we are going to talk about some different things to consider. The first thing, who created the message? When you're looking at an article, trying to put it into your research paper, the first question you should ask yourself is who created it? Is it from a credible or trusted source? Are there ads all over the website that I'm looking at? Does it seem very opinionated? Who created the message? This is a very important question to ask yourself. Number 2, why do you think this message was created? What do you think the main takeaway the author is trying to get across? Is the author trying to persuade you something, or is it telling you the facts without any bias inside of it? And then lastly, you want to ask yourself, when was the article published? Is it relevant to what you're talking about now? If you're talking about a modern day event and you're using an article that was written 100 years ago, what is the point in that? Is it helping you, or is it diminishing from the actual point that you're trying to get across? Okay, so now that we've gone over all of those important things, we are going to get started. If you click that yellow button that says click here on your screen, you are going to be taken to a website that gives you access to so many different sources that you can trust. If you scroll through like I am doing right here, you can see all of these different apps and websites, and I hope that this serves as a great tool for you. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I'm happy to help you.